La Masia spawning out real talent for FC Barcelona is no longer news. It is no longer a new thing to us. This is something we are becoming so used to from the era of Messi and now to the era of Lamine Yamal to Balde to Kubarsi and now to Geoffrey Torrens and also Pedro Fernandez, popularly known as Rio. Yes, initially we all had our eyes on Ian Vergili, because we all needed we needed a left winger so badly, and the market was looking like our sporting director was moving like a mad person. I'm sorry to say, but he was moving like a mad person in the transfer window. So we all had our eyes on Ian Vergili. But now there is this La Masia talent, this La Masia gem that announced himself to the whole world on his debut for FC Barcelona, and it is none other than Pedro Fernandez, popularly known as Joe. Now, who is Joe? That is the question we are all asking ourselves. Who exactly is this gem that we now have in the club? Of course, his case is somewhat similar to Fermin Lopez, Fermin Lopez making his debut at scoring on his debut. So it's not like it is exactly new to us. Now, although he has been compared to Thiago, but I love to compare him more to a special player like Iniesta. Yes, former Barcelona gem Iniesta. Now, why exactly would I compare Drew to Iniesta? The thing is that Joe also has the rare ability to be able to resist challenge and also to stay on his feet when he's under pressure from physically dominant players. Now, this gives him a natural advantage, also allowing him to get out of tight situations with the ball still being under his control. Now, combining his composure and his physical balance for a midfielder. Now, Joe is the player who has the ability to win a duel and to also receive the ball comfortably, even despite having a defender in his back. Now, in possession, Joe is that kind of player that is aware. Is the kind of player that while on the pitch, it takes his time to scan through the pitch, to look here and there, to look left and right, front and back, to be able to ensure that he makes the right decision. Unlike a playmaker like Jamal Musiala, Joe does not have the pace. But there is one thing he has used, or there is one thing he uses to compensate himself for the pace that he lacks, which is football intelligence. He's so intelligent, of which, like I said, he takes his time. He's so aware that he scans the pitch to ensure that he makes the right pass to the exact person that he's supposed to make the pass to. And there's also something special about the way he positions his body and also the way he carries the ball into the opponent's opponent's final third, and he still manages to hold on to the ball. He still manages to control the ball, shifting the momentum in his favor, and also securing the ball, not losing the ball, controlling the football. He has I'd like to say that he's not an expert yet. I mean, he's only just starting, but I like to think of him as a player that has an elite knowledge when it comes to on and off the ball movements. Joe also relies heavily on his right foot, especially when he's carrying the ball and also turning. He also takes quick touches that keeps the ball close to him, and it also helps him to escape pressure in milliseconds. Still, that does not mean that he's one-footed like Fermin, that I always say he does not have a weak foot. Joe is also like that. He's not one-footed. Let me put it that way. He's not one-footed. When going through tight spaces, he uses the inside of his left foot, and at times you look at yourself. Oh, is it especially during training when he's dancing around the cone and everything? It's going to look to you as though he's dribbling. Now, this is one of the things that he does that makes me compare him, or that makes me say or assume that he's somewhat similar to Iniesta. You see, I personally would love to think of Joe more as a 10, a creative, playmaking number 10. role, he isn't exactly, playing in that number 10 role, he isn't exactly exposed to, long distance duel that would ensure him use his, to fully use all of his energy, all of his strength. And in that position, you can send him the ball at a long distance. And in the middle of a crowd, Draw would still find the ball out for you. It would still ensure that he finds the ball, controls the ball, safeguard the ball. We saw this, I saw this in the training videos. And you see, talk about his versatility here. He can drop into the midfield as an interior, and he can also play a force winger if the need arises. Now, the main question I think we should all be asking about Drew is, I mean, we've all seen what he's capable of. We've all seen what he can do on the ball. We've all seen the kind of strike that he has. But the question is he ready to eat the big field? Is he ready to compete on the major, on the major, is he ready to compete with the big shots? Is he ready to compete on the big table? I think the only thing that Joe is lacking, like I said, is his pace. I think the only thing he's lacking is his pace. And if we are able, if Hansi Flick is able to platform a system that could highlight his strength, that could work in his favor, I think he's good to go. I sincerely think he's good to go. Imagine him playing just one game and he already announced himself to the world. Imagine him playing just one game and he already etched his name in history. He already announced his name to the world. I think if given the chance, if we can design the system to to perfectly remodel or to perfectly highlight his strength, I think Joe is going to be a generational talent, especially under a man like Hansi Flick. Come to think of it, Hansi Flick, we all saw Ian Regili as okay, he's so important. He's going to be a backup for Rafinha or even Rashford, only for Hansi Flick to drop him, taking Geoffrey Torrens, taking Draw, all of them for the preseason. There is a reason. There is definitely something Hansi Flick has seen in this guy. Not to mention, I don't know if you guys saw Hansi Flick's reaction when Joe scored that goal against Vissel Kobe. The truth is, from the reaction that I saw from Hansi Flick, it was given, oh, I knew he was going to do it. It was just a matter of when. I know the kind of player I brought for the preseason. I know the kind of player I brought on the Asian tour. I know he was definitely going to do this. I know he has it in him. It was just a matter of when. That was exactly what I think Hansi Flick's reaction was, to be honest. And I'm not going to lie, I sincerely cannot wait. I am excited, especially the way he announced himself against Vissel Kobe. I am so excited about it, and it just gives me this conviction that La Masia can always. I mean, we all know that La Masia is always there for us whenever we need them. But the fact that they constantly spawn out amazing talent, and then you just ask yourself, how? I made a video on TikTok. Like I said we needed a replacement for Dembele. La Masia gave us Lamine Yamal. We needed a replacement for Dani Alves. La Masia gave us Alejandro Baldi. We needed a replacement for Gerard Piqué. La Masia gave us Kubarsi. Now we needed to pack our midfield. We needed to reorganize our midfield. La Masia gave us Gavi, gave us gave us Casado, gave us Fermin, gave us Mark Bernal. And now, look at La Masia giving us Geoffrey Terrains, giving us Joe. It's just really really beautiful how they keep doing this. And like I said, if Hansi Flick is able to you know design a system that would be able to highlight Joe, or let me say Pedro. I'm sorry, I think I'm going to stick to the name Joe. It is somewhat unique. Yep. So if Hansi Flick is going to be able to design a system that will be able to highlight the strength of Joe, forgetting ignoring the fact that he doesn't have that elite pace that a playmaker should have, I still think he would become a fantastic player eventually. But I mean, At the end of the day, I always tell you guys something. This is just my own thoughts. This is just my own thoughts. I have seen this guy. I have analyzed. I have watched clips. I have gone to watch edits. I have gone to watch compilations again and again and again. And this is just the conclusion. This is just the little that I have learned about excuse me. This is just the little that I've learned about this amazing baller drill. Now, do you think he is ready to compete on the big stages? I want to know if you think he's ready to be up there with the big shots. I want you to know if you think he's ready to compare with to compete with the big boys. Rather, I want to know your take. I want to know what you make of this drill guy. Do you really think he's another generational talent waiting to announce himself more to the world under FC Barcelona and Hansi Flick? Let me know your thoughts about this player in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this particular player in the comment section. Let me know if you think he's going to get enough playing time. Do you think he's going to have to work too hard to get the playing time? Let me know what you think about Drew in the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget to like, share, and if you're new to this YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on your notifications so you can get to know whenever I post a video. My name still remains Adejoke Adebisi, and as always, Visca Barca, Visca El, Catalonia. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, right after our match against CO. Love you guys so much. Bye.